Hello, everyone. So we are living in a society of quick fixes and easy solutions. And lots of people will be waiting for us to give them fast, easy solutions that do not imply lots of work. They don't imply time. They don't really imply investment. And lots of sellers are telling them that this is possible, that they have solutions that are quite effortless and produce deep and long-lasting results, which is typically false. Why? Because our human structure of personality takes quite some time to build during our development since our childhood and our infancy. And then it can be broken down sometimes by intense, severe events, the equivalent to bombarding a building. But to rebuild takes a lot of time. It implies a different effort. Now, quick fixes sometimes might work as long as they find the central core of our structure, they find the knots that are tying together sometimes our suffering, our pathology, and they change those knots, and the rest of the system responds adequately to it. It's a possibility. I think we should not have absolute rules to distrust or to trust things. We should pay attention to them. We should observe first. Now, the thing with mental health and with deep inner joy is that typically the spiritual traditions tell us that we need time to get there. It's a progressive transformation. It's about alchemy, changing the quality of the structure and the quality of the products that we are. It's like changing also the material we are made of. In spiritual traditions, we talk about that as purifying ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, to then be able to go deeper and to receive the divine light or to awaken the inner fire. So usually it takes time. It takes a slow transformation, and the fast processes, we are warned about them and against them because they might be extremely dangerous. The thing is that today's society is all the time selling stuff to people. It's all the time searching for profit. And lots of people, even in the so-called areas of spirituality, get the influence of this tendency to search mostly for money, for profit. So they inquire, what is selling in the mental health arena? Is it machines that help us get some different brain state in an effortless way? Is it workshops where people believe they are going to change deeply over a weekend? Lots of things can happen in a weekend, but usually they are not so much about a deep change. Acquiring wisdom, developing the possibility of irradiating love takes a long time, typically. It's a progressive transformation, in a way, changing structure, and it's a progressive alchemy, changing the quality of our own substance. The bad news, then, are that usually to become better human beings, we need time, effort, investment. We must learn how to persist, how to be consistent, how to drive our effort, how to develop willpower, how to develop focus, how to keep things going, how to feed our soul. Therefore, the good news also is that we have lots of ways, lots of different paths offered by spiritual traditions about how to really become better human beings. And in modern possibilities, we do have technologies that might be helpful if we use them not just once, but sometimes many times. One example is the difference between biofeedback and mind machines. Mind machines typically they subject our brains to patterns, rhythms that entrain our brain towards a different state. And then we also get sometimes a different state of consciousness. That can be quite good, quite satisfying, but then we need the machine. And then the machine does not change our inner information. That's a different work. It gives us sometimes new possibilities. But then without the machine, eventually we are not getting there. And you have this sensation that we need machines. And of course, sellers will tell us then that they have lots of new, important, interesting, powerful machines that drive our brains into a different state, deeper, faster, and so on. A huge difference is about biofeedback machines. They don't drive our brains into a different state. They help us teaching ourselves about how to get there. So first we use a biofeedback machine that gives us back some input about our brain states, about our blood circulation, about our heart pulse, and so on. And because of some games, because of imagery showing us what is going on in our bodies, we learn how to directly change that on purpose with will and focus and those things. And later on, we will not need the machines because we have learned something. Learning again takes some time, unless we go for interactions, microchips inserted in our brains, and we are then in a very deep danger of being programmed by machines and by other people. I would avoid that. So usually, deep human development takes time and takes new learning, deeper learning. That's what I wanted to talk for now. So as usual, if you like, comment, share, subscribe, those typical things.